Welcome back to Twin Cities Live. So when you're in school, at any age, you're surrounded by a built-in community. It just makes sense. But as we get older, many of us find it hard to make friends the normal way.
It's very hard as you get older. Dr. Karin Ryan, a psychologist with Nystrom and Associates, joins us now to talk about making friends as an adult. It can be very hard, Dr. Ryan, if you don't have, I guess, your circle already made where they're bringing in new friends, or let's say you don't have kids or your kids are grown and you're not meeting the parents of those friends all the time.
Yeah. Kelly, there's so many reasons where we can find ourselves in a stage of our life where we would like more friends, right? Where we might have had friends since junior high or high school, and they're still great friends, but now that we've moved and we're kind of separated and we're in a new place, we need some more friends. Or, yeah, I've been working hard for 2 decades, haven't had a lot of time for socializing, and now I'm ready for some friends. And so if you find yourself wanting friendships, that's the main thing, is you are not alone. There's nothing wrong with you that you find yourself.
That you want to have a companion.
Yes.
You should want friends. Now, is it a scary thing for most people from what you've learned, and why is that?
Yeah. I think when we're little, right, we just kind of like, do you want to play? And we just start to play, and you watch kids.
They just ask anyone to play.
Yes. Yeah, they just like, one of my daughters came home and she goes, I have a new friend today. I said, what happened? I asked her to be my friend at recess.
So great.
And she said yes.
That doesn't work for us.
It doesn't work for us because we start to get into our heads and we start to feel like people are judging us. Are they going to like us? Those insecurities and those worries get there, and we think, am I going to be weird if I try and do this? But the reality is, so many people are nice, and so many people are going to find you likable. And so it's if you can shift that and be like, I am a likable person, so I'm going to go into this not expecting them to become my best friend, but just to have a conversation. Right? And so if you don't put so much pressure on yourself and be like, I'm just going to talk to this person, it's much more manageable.
You know, I've made friends from neighbors. We do that, right, as adults. Or our kids are involved in sports. That's repetition. We're doing those things weekly, so I'm getting to know these parents. And so you can become friends. That's kind of the idea. Repetition is the key.
Yes. Repeated interactions is what builds friendships. And we think about, there's sometimes that naturally happens. Yeah, if you're at a sports event and you're going every week, sit next to that person. But there's sometimes we don't have that, and that's when we need to be proactive. That's when we need to think about, well, what are my interests and what are my hobbies? And can I proactively start to do that? And then I'm naturally going to be around people who like the same things, and then have some of these ongoing interactions to be around them.
Yeah, you might run into people at the health club, or doing workouts, or you're playing hoops maybe, or that kind of a thing. It's a great way, or in the ice pond, you know, playing adult hockey with all the dads.
Yeah.
It's so funny. We were down in Florida last week, and my 5-year-old daughter started jumping in the pool with this other 5-year-old girl, and they didn't say a word to each other, but it was like they were best friends within 2 minutes. I was like, who is that? And she's like, I don't know. We're friends now. And I was like, could you imagine if I just went up to that guy over there, and just swam up and just started
doing the same thing he was doing?
Hey, you want to race?
I mean, you got to set boundaries as adults.
Maybe we'd be buddies now if I would have, you know?
Yeah, I remember when I had my second child, I would move to a new community and I needed friends. I needed mom friends. And so I joined a running club.
Yes.
And I met those mom friends, and it really took me out of my comfort zone. But those are still my friends to this day. So do something maybe that makes you a little nervous. And maybe the end result is a good one.
Yeah, that's a great example. And that reminder of, I'm only going to be nervous a couple of times. This nervousness is not going to stay at this level for every 150 interactions. First 2 or 3, and then I'm going to become comfortable. Right? And it might not be like, I'm going to race you, but it might be, I'm going to go to the golf club and I'm going to start chatting after the round, or ask how the weather was, or ask how when they play, or it's just starting that conversation. So like, kids don't even need to say anything. We have to say something. And so it's being brave and initiating something.
And maybe knowing a little bit about that person if you can. Should you study up? A little Cliff Note action, like who's their child on the team?
I think that's absolutely okay. And I think oftentimes it's really helpful to prepare what we're going to say, or how would I even do that? If we're like, oh, I'm worried I'm going to mumble and not know what to say. You can certainly be like, you've identified, I kind of like this person, right? I kind of want this person to be my friend. I literally have done that. Come home and be like, I want to be friends with her. And so then I'm going to sit next to that person and just start chatting, or ask them about, oh, what school do you go to? Or, oh, I saw that you also do this. And start that conversation. And then if you can be a little vulnerable and share a little more about yourself, all right, now we're starting to develop something.
I think the worst case scenario comes into our heads sometimes, and maybe stops us from approaching other adults that we don't know. What's the worst case scenario for a lot of people? You walk up.
Yeah, what would be your worst case?
that I ask a question and they just look at me like, get out of here.
Or that they,
Yeah.
or that they, I mean, they ignore you.
Yeah.
You know, that rejection, I think even as an adult,
Yeah.
can be really hard.
It can be, and it hurts. And then think about, and then what would I do? And then if at the end of the day, what would I do? And the next day, what would I do? Because we go to those worst case and we stay there. And it's like, well, I would probably go home and be like, well, that person's kind of a jerk.
Yeah.
Like, well, shoot. I mean, if we can get to that place of like, okay, this person is not interested in socializing. That's not on me. That's nothing personal.
Right.
So don't personalize it. But if you can go, the worst case is the person doesn't talk back,
Yeah.
which stinks, but that's survivable.
That's
know,
survivable.
that's
a good
survivable.
point.
What I think about is Kenny and Jerry. We talked about patriotic Kenny on the show before, and his best friend Jerry. They're 80 years old. They became lifelong friends a year and a half ago. Unexpectedly became friends. And the story taught me you're never too old to make a new friend, and you're not. And maybe I always think like, you know, do I need another friend? Do I need that to fill a void in my life? But don't you feel like if it just comes to you and it feels right, it probably is?
Absolutely. And if it's a friendship that's really fulfilling and brings something to your life, you're going to make space for it. It's not going to feel like an added thing making me feel more like too full. It's going to be something that feels fulfilling and gratifying.
What about those social butterflies who want to be friends with everybody? Oh, is there like do they need to take their foot off the gas pedal a little bit to make friends?
Sure. I think what you're highlighting is sometimes people will have a lot of superficial friends and not friends that are really have a lot of friendships that have depth. And so what the risk of that, right? It's not all bad, but the risk of that could be you feel like nobody really knows me, or I don't have that person that I can go to and tell I'm struggling, or this is really hard, or oh my gosh, and get that support. So that would be like the downfall of it, but the benefit is that sometimes they help people connect.
Yeah.
That's true. That's
okay,
good.
so
Yeah.
be vulnerable. Remember, you are likable.
Yes.
And maybe explore what you like about yourself and think about that might be what that person likes about you.
100%. And especially if you can choose something that you like, that person's automatically likes that same thing. So if that's a book club, if that's I'm going to go start playing pickleball, if there's open gym, or I'm on a walk with the dogs and we start talking, there's so many different ways. If you have faith, you can go to your church, your temple, your synagogue, your mosque, and there's groups there. And so there's so many different ways to like tie in your passions. If you know yourself, then you can go to those activities that are going to fulfill you.
And you don't need 10 deep friendships,
Best
right?
friends.
100%.
Right.
Yes.
Just
Yeah.
a friend, just an
A
acquaintance.
couple,
someone to
yeah,
talk
a
to.
couple good friends. Yeah.
I love this. Dr. Karin
Yeah.
Ryan, thank you. Thank
pleasure.
you so much. Nystrom Associates provides care in the fields of psychiatry, psychology, family therapy, and more. They have 20 locations in the Twin Cities, and they work with couples, families, and people of all ages.
And if you're struggling with stress, anxiety, depression, or addiction, reach out to them. They'd be happy to help. Now, we'll be right back.